Good morning, children. Welcome to the online class. How are you, children? So, children, in our previous class, we have discussed speed and velocity. Along with that, what is average velocity and average speed we have discussed. But right now, in today's class, we are going to discuss uniform motion and non-uniform motion. You know well about the term motion. What is motion? In any body, when it is in moving condition, we can term it as motion. If I ask you, what is the state of my position right now, you may say that, sir, you are at the position of rest right now. So I am start moving right now, children. So you can observe me, I was in the state of motion. Because I am in the motion means I am moving, children. So if any body, when it is in motion, when it is in movement, we can consider as a. Understand, children? What is uniform? Uniform means same or constant. Same. Understand, children? Your dad driving the bike with the same velocity. Understand, children? The train is moving in the same velocity. With the same velocity it is moving. Constant means fixed. Yes, it was fixed for some time. So next we'll see what is clear, unclear, what is uniform motion and what is non-uniform motion. So children, you consider a person. His name is Ravi. So Ravi want to go to a park. A park. Here it is park. So from here he want to walk, children. So the entire distance of the length of the distance is 5 meters. Okay, children. From his initial position to final position. The final position is nothing but the park. If he reaches to the park, we can say he reached his final position. So the entire length of the distance is 5 meters. So right now Ravi want to walk this entire 5 meters. So he started at the 0th second, he covered 1 meter distance. Means Ravi has reached up to here. In the first second, sorry children, in the 0th second, he starts his motion. Means he starts his movement, no? Then we can consider as 0. In the first second, he moved to 1 meter distance. In the second, he reached 2 meters. Understand, children? In the third second, 3 meters, and in the fourth second, 4 meters. Finally, in the fifth second, he reached fifth meter. So he is constantly moving. He is constantly moving or not, children? Yes, he is moving constantly because he is covering the distance, entire distance, by 1 meter per 1 second. 1 meter per 1 second. In the next second, second meter. Third second, third meter. Like that, thus constantly covering the distance per 1 meter per 1 second. This is what we call as uniform motion. The definition is, children, if a body or any object, if it covers equal distances, in equal intervals of time, children, in equal intervals of time, then we can say that he is in uniform motion. So children, look at this table again. In the 0th second, he started his movement. So there is nothing, children. We not covered any distance in the 0th second. But coming to the first second, he covered 1 meter distance. Second meter, 2 meter distance he covered. Like that, up to the fifth second, he covered entire 5 meters distance. So equal distances. Yes, he is covering equal distances. For every second, he is covering 1 meter per 1 second, children. So covering equal distances in equal intervals of time is said to be as uniform motion. Understand, children? Right now, coming to the non-uniform motion. Again, same Ravi wants to go to park again. The entire length of the distance is again 5 meter. Again, he started 0th second. In the 0th second, he started his movement. In the first second, he moved 1 meter. In the second second, he reached 1.5 meters. In the third second, he reached 3 meters. In the fourth second, he reached 3.5 meters. And in the fifth second, he reached 5 meters. Children, is he covering equal distances in equal intervals of time? No, he is not covering, children. Understand? In the 0th second, he started his movement. In the first second, 1 meter distance he covered. Okay. In the second second, he has to cover the second meter, but he covered only 1.5. But coming to the third second, he covered third meter, means he reached up to 3 meters. So children, we can see that there is a difference here. There is a distance difference covered by the Ravi in the from the initial point to final point. So this type of motion we consider as non-uniform motion. Okay, children. If you want to go from Vijayawada to Visakhapatnam, the train never goes with the same velocity, children. For the first hour, it may go very speed. In the second hour, it may, according to the time intervals, it settles fast or settles down, children, slow. Understand? So, if any body covering equal distances in equal intervals of time, then we can say it is uniform motion. If any body covers unequal, if you keep un for this equal, you can say unequal distances in equal intervals of time. Time is same, children, but the Ravi is covering unequal distances 1, 1.5, 3, 3.55. Is it not constant? So this is considered as non-uniform motion. Understand, children? Then the next concept is observing the motion of a ball on an inclined plane. Observing the motion. Observing the motion of a ball on an inclined plane. So children, this is our inclined plane, children. So this is our inclined plane. So here there is a ball, children. Here there is a ball, and I am leaving the ball from the top of the inclined plane, children. Then what does the ball do, children? It accelerates. Yes or no? Means it is in said to be in motion. Yes, it starts moving. It starts moving. It starts moving, and finally it reaches the bottom of the inclined plane. Children, just you say me one answer for my question. The ball, in which direction it is going? Is the direction same, or it changes its direction? Yes, children, you are correct. Here the direction is not changing, children. The ball, the motion of direction is same. It is going towards bottom of the inclined plane. It is not going right or left, not south. So it is reaching the bottom of the inclined plane. So the motion of direction is same. But children, when you notice that at the first second it starts slowly coming bottom or coming to the middle of the inclined plane, it starts to accelerate more. Why? Because children, it is reaching down. The first thing is it is reaching down, and one more thing is the gravitational force pulls that ball very fastly. So when it starts at the top of the inclined plane, for the first second its motion is very small, but second it increases, its speed increases. Coming to the third second, the speed of the ball increases very much, and fourth second and fifth second, finally it reaches the bottom of the inclined plane, children. So children, here you have to note that the motion of direction is same. The motion of direction is constant. It is going to the bottom of the inclined plane, but speed changes, children. But speed changes. Okay, children. Coming to the next activity. So again you have taken a ball and you have kept right now in this activity at the bottom of the inclined plane, children, and with heavy force you applied a large force with your hand on the ball and make the ball to move in the upward direction. Yes children, when you applied the force on the ball, it starts to move in the forward direction with heavy speed, but reaching to the top of the inclined plane, the speed of the ball reduces, children. Yes or no? At the starting point, at the initial point, you apply lot of force. Then it starts to accelerate. But coming to the top of the inclined plane, it slow down its motion, children. But the direction of the ball is same. It is going towards the top. In the previous case, it is coming towards the bottom. In this case also, motion of direction is same, constant, but speed changes. Understand children? Here in this case, the speed is more. Coming to the top of the inclined plane, the speed is slow, children. Understand? Motion of direction is constant, but speed changes. Understand? Next activity, observing uniform circular uniform, children. So children, observing uniform circular motion. You know, uniform means same or constant. Then circular means if any object which is in circular path, we can say it is in circular. And motion means movement of any object can be considered as motion. Okay. Right now, you want to take one small stone, children, any regular stone, and tie the stone with a thread, and make the stone to rotate in a circular motion like this. You might have seen in the movies the hero whirl the stone like this, and he leaves that stone in the direction of villain. So it will go in that direction and it hits the villain and the villain falls there. Yes or no, children? You experience it. Yes or no? So here also, you to take the stone and whirl like this. What will happen, children? When you are whirling, the speed is constant, children. Here in this case, the speed is same, but the motion of direction is not same, children. If suppose there are 5 villains around me, simply to say 5 persons around me, right now they came to attack me. So I have taken this whirling stone and I can leave that stone in any of that 5 villains direction. I can leave in this direction or that direction, any direction. Why, children? Here velocity vectors are present. Velocity vectors, these are all vectors. If you rotate and you can leave the stone in this direction. Okay children, here the speed is same. Speed remains constant, but motion of direction changes. Yes children, I can make the stone to move in any of the direction. I'm rotating and I can move in this direction. So I can make that whirling stone to move any particular direction. I can rotate and I can leave in this direction, in that direction, any of the direction. So here the speed remains constant, but motion of direction changes here. So in the next further class, we are going to discuss the other topic. Thank you, children.